Kathy again. Today I'm going to give you a recipe that we make quite often for breakfast. It's an oatmeal berry breakfast bake, and it takes no time at all to put it together, bake it in the oven, and then you can have it ready in your fridge and just kind of reheat it over the course of the week for breakfast. I do like this recipe a lot in place of those sugary box cereals. That's not something we've ever really used in our house. I'm not a big fan of those because they're just full of preservatives and chemicals and different sugars. And this, you can get kind of the same type of thing, a nice breakfast bake with all wholesome ingredients. So today we're gonna make that super easy. I will give Amy the recipe, the amounts to post as well, so you can easily make this. So what we're gonna do today is, well, I'm gonna show you, we're gonna use gluten-free, we're gonna use oats. I've got gluten-free oats here. The recipe calls for unsweetened almond milk, but I don't have any in the house right now, so we're going to use oat milk. You can also use just regular milk if that's something that your family is able to use. So we have that. Maple syrup is going to be our sweetener. Again, you can use honey if you have that. Unsweetened applesauce. Again, use what you have. I don't have any jars of applesauce right now, but I do have some little applesauce pouches, so we're going to use the applesauce up in those. Cinnamon in it. Chia seeds is in the recipe. I don't have any today at home, and I'm not going out. So I'm going to use ground flax seeds, and then frozen berries. So I do have some frozen blueberries in the freezer. When blueberries are in season and they're really great, I'll just freeze a bunch of them. So I do have some frozen blueberries. So to start this recipe, we are going to, let's see, basically we're just mixing everything in a bowl. That's how easy it is. So we're going to do 2 cups of oats. Oh, I should say before you start, preheat your oven, which I'm going to do right now, to 350. We're going to preheat our oven to 350 for this one. So we've got 2 cups of oats. We're doing 2 cups of whichever kind of milk that you have as a liquid. Oops. So again, I've got just oat milk here. It's what I have in my fridge right now. So we're going to do 2 cups of this. 2 cups of that. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey. You can tell I'm Canadian because we use a lot of maple syrup in this house. All right, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. We're going to do half a cup of applesauce. So I think 2 pouches of these should be about half a cup. And this has a bit of a strawberry. This is an strawberry applesauce, but that's okay. We're just going to add a little more flavor. This is going to add a little bit more flavor to our breakfast bake. This is going to give me about half a cup of applesauce with 2 of those pouches. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, but if you are a fan of cinnamon, you can always feel free to add more. So we're going to do just a big teaspoon of cinnamon in that one. And again, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And again, I'm using flax seeds today. So 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. And then the 2 cups of frozen berries. Let's see how many we have here. 1. 2 cups of frozen berries. Once you've got everything in a bowl like that, you're just going to just kind of blend it all, just mix it all together. Really super easy. So just give it a good mix. Now this is something too you can also think about making when we are all socializing again. You can definitely make this ahead of time if you have house guests. Something easy for the next day. So before I put it into my pan, I do want to make sure that I grease the pan so that it doesn't stick on the bottom. So I'm just going to use a little bit of coconut oil in there. And I just put a little spoon of coconut oil there. Just take a little paper towel or something, and I'm just going to grease the pan, making sure you get all the corners. And this way it just doesn't stick. The other option you could also use is parchment paper. I have done it with parchment paper as well, but this is pretty easy. So if you have some coconut oil, olive oil, butter, something that can just, so it doesn't stick on the bottom. So once you do that, we're just going to spoon everything in the pan. And flatten it, you know, kind of make it equal distribution, flatten it all out. And that's it. That is now ready to go in the oven once it's heated. All right, so our oatmeal bake has been in the oven for 45 minutes at 350 degrees, so we're ready to take it out. And it's going to look like this. So all we want to do now is just let it cool. You just let it cool down, or you could serve it. You can serve it, you know, within a couple minutes, kind of let it set for 5 minutes, and then serve it warm. Or you can just let it cool down, cover it, and it'll last in the fridge for probably like 3 or 4 days, if it lasts that long. So yeah, so if you're sitting at home, you're bored, you need something to do, you want a healthy recipe, this is again something super easy you can make. The other thing I wanted to mention is I know a lot of you aren't used to cooking, or you're struggling with being at home. So if you have any questions about nutrition, recipes, you want more ideas, please feel free to reach out to me or to Abby or to Amy, and we'll definitely try to get you some more recipes, or you know, no question is a dumb question when it comes to cooking. So just reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'll try to help you as much as we can. Hope you guys have a great Friday. Bye.